Okay, we today are going to be talking about greatest common factor. So let's get out our notes packet, open it up to 4-2 greatest common factor. So what we're going to be learning about today is what is a greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is going to be the greatest number that is a factor of two or more numbers. Remember last week, or earlier this week I should say, we talked about factors. Factors are those numbers that we can chop up composite numbers into that are going to evenly fit into them. So we want to figure out, well, if I'm looking at two numbers, what's the biggest number that can go into both of them? On our packet, there's two different methods that we're going to talk about today. There are several different ways to find the great GCF, or the greatest common factor of two numbers. One way is just to list the factors. So let's write down 12 on our paper below method number 1, and let's think about what are the factors of 12. So I know that 1 can go into 12, 2 can go into 12, 3 can go into 12, 4 can go into 12, 6 can go into 12, and 12 can go into 12. So those would be all of my factors of 12. So I hope you jotted those down with me. Then I can think about, well, what are the factors of 24? So let's write down 24. And then let's write down what numbers can go into 24. Well, I know 1 can go into 24, 2 can go into 24, 3 can go into 24, 4 can go into 24, 6 can go into 24, 8 can go into 24, I can have 12 that can go into 24, and I can have 24 that can go into 24. So here are all my factors of both 12 and 24. Then you just circle the common factors and find the largest one that they have in common. So when I look at this, they have 1 in common, they have 2 in common, and 3 and 4 and 6 and 12. So the biggest one that they have in common is 24. So that would have been our answer. Is going to be 12. So the greatest common factor of 12 and 24 is 12. Now, it's not always possible for us to know every single factor and list them out because sometimes the numbers are just too big. So what we're mainly going to be doing is another way that I like to find the GCF is called the ladder method. I like to call it upside down double division. You'll see why in a second. So next to where it says ladder method upside down double division, on the right hand side, let's write down the numbers 24 and 36. You'll notice I've already put typed notes in there for you of the steps to do. So let's follow along with me as I go through those steps. So it says that step 1 is that you need to find a number that goes into both numbers. And you're going to put that number outside the house. So when I'm looking at this, what I would like you to do is you should have written down 24 and 36 on your paper. Let's put a box kind of just like that around 24 and 36. So it kind of right now looks like an upside down division box that now is going around two numbers. Hence why I call it upside down double division, because we're going to be doing two numbers. So what's the number that can go into both 36 and 24? When I think about these numbers, I know that they're both even, so I'm going to put that 2 can go into both of them. So I'm going to write 2 outside of the house. Then I need to divide the numbers outside by the two numbers inside. Put the answers below. So what that means is I'm going to take 2 and I'm going to put it into 24. How many times can 2 go into 24? 12 times, so I'm going to put it right below it. Again, upside down division. How many times can 2 go into 36? This one you might not know off the top of your head, but it's 18. So I'd put in 18 right there. Okay, so again, I did my division upside down and I did it twice with that number outside the house. We keep going until no more numbers can go into both of the numbers. Well, when I look at 12 and 18, I see that they're both even again, so I know that 2 could go into both of those numbers. So I'm going to start this over again. I'm going to put another 2 outside the house, and now I'm going to do my upside down double division. 2 can go into 12 6 times. 2 can go into 18 9 times. Now let's look at both 6 and 9. Well, I know that they both aren't even, so 2 can't go into both of them. However, I know 3 can go into both 6 and 9, so this time I'm going to put a 3 outside of the house. 3 can go into 6 twice, and 3 can go into 9 3 times. Now I'm looking at both 2 and 3. They do not have any common factors besides 1, and as we learned, if I put a 1 outside, it doesn't really change anything. So now I know I'm finally done because I can't take anything else out of both 2 and 3. So my last and final step tells me to multiply the numbers outside of the box to find the GCF. So when I'm looking at it, these numbers here are the numbers outside of the box. So I'm going to do 2 times 2 times 3 to find my GCF. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So my greatest common factor, or GCF, is going to be 12. I'm going to run through one more example so you guys can kind of see how this works just one more time. This one you don't have to write down, but just follow along with me. So I have 18 and 30. So again, I need to think about, well, what's a number that can go into both 18 and 30? They're both even, so I know 2 can, but I'm also seeing that 3 can go into both of them as well. So I'm going to start with 3 this time. So again, I put a number outside of the box that go into both of the numbers. So 3 can go into 18 6 times, and 3 can go into 30 10 times. So then I'm going to make another upside down division box. 3 can go into 6 twice, or I'm sorry, I need to rethink that. What number can go into both 6 and 10? 2 can go into both 6 and 10, so I put a 2 outside the house. So 2 can go into 6 3 times, and 2 can go into 10 5 times. The only number that can go into both 3 and 5 would be 1, so I know I'm done with my upside down double division. I'm going to take my two numbers outside of my house and multiply them together. So 3 times 2 equals 6, so that is the GCF, or greatest common factor. This is a very kind of new and complicated way. So we'll work on this more in class on Monday, or actually Tuesday, because you guys don't have school on Monday. So enjoy your long weekend.